Good evening, everybody. So today I am working on what is called White Goose family, but it's ducks because the artwork is from a series called Traveling Ducks. It looks like this. It is a Joy Sunday, and as you can see, I am just about completed. So I'm just working on this a little bit. I was supposed to do voiceovers for my crochet channel, but I don't know. I'm not in the mood, and forcing myself to do something is usually how I get myself to never want to do it. So I'm just gonna do what I feel like doing today, especially since I have all this stress going on and my nails are a little dirty looking. I just showered, I promise they're clean, but I dyed my hair or touched it up again. So some of my nails are gonna have black stains and some of them are gonna have blue, but what can you do about it? I just don't want everyone thinking that I'm always on here with dirty nails when really it's just Play-Doh and hair dye half the time. So how has everyone been doing? Have you been following along the path of Hurricane Lee? Because I have been. I am right there on the coast, which is one of the most likely places for it to be hitting. So I'm a little bit worried about that, and I lose power easily, and my anxiety really creeps up when I don't have white noise. And if I lose power, my fans won't be running, and the constant ringing in my ears will drive me crazy. But if I'm being fully honest, my biggest concern is my son, my cat, and my hundreds of dollars worth of cross-stitch kits and the supplies that I use for my shop, because as you know, I have a small business that I don't really advertise on here, and I'm just really worried about if damage happens, and I don't know. It's only supposed to be a Category 1 or tropical storm at worst by the time it even makes landfall, and that's assuming it even gets in my area. But I'm still worried because, I stress a lot about things that I probably don't need to. Anyways, so the end of last week, maybe 10 minutes before I had to walk my son to school, they had several different people call me and email me to tell me that school wasn't happening for him today, which I don't need several people messaging and texting and calling me. That just raises my social anxiety bar even higher. But they canceled the school. I mean, it was early release for regular kids, but where he's kind of special ed, they go in later. So it was early release, and the early release was scheduled before he was due to be in, so he just didn't have school. And the day after that, they did the same thing. They canceled it, only this time they said that the reason was because of the high heat still, and because I think their AC units aren't working, and they're just worried about young children getting heat stroke or something like that. Hold on, I'm itchy. Ugh. But, so he didn't have school the last 2 days before this weekend, and I felt bad for him because he was excited, waiting by the door with his backpack, trying to pull me off my chair to get me to go to the door with him. Sorry, I'm pulling this closer to me because the hole is a little closed off. But Saturday was my birthday, and I believe I turned 27. I have terrible memory complications, but pretty sure I turned 27, as well as my twin. It's always funny how that works out, though. All of the friends we grew up with together only wished her a happy birthday, and I'm not gonna lie, I cried a little bit. I'm not super social, but I still like to know people care and are thinking about me too. But she was the popular one in school, and it just kind of brought back bad memories. But I had a pretty good birthday regardless of the fact. If you saw my post, I got $150 in gift money. That wasn't in gift cards. I spent 50 of that on cat litter because cat moms gotta take care of their little fur babies. And I spent the other 100, or the majority of the other 100, on I think AliExpress and VIP cross stitch. And my biggest craft order hasn't shipped yet, but my Paint Some Way and Paint with Diamonds have. And then one of my smaller AliExpress orders I placed a while, or not that long ago, but I placed a smaller AliExpress order from a different store, and that shipped the same night. Or at least they had the package ready to go to the shipping company. And those are, I think most of what I got is going to be counted, but they are so stinking cute, and I'm so excited to show them to you. And I think one of them is kind of a snack size, which is good because I have too many big projects, which is why I've been smoking. I don't smoke, which is why I've been focusing on this smaller kit, because I needed something small to do. Oh boy. I don't know what kit I'm going to work on after this one's done. I feel like I'll get this done tonight, and then I'll wash it, and by tomorrow or the day after it will be ready for back stitching. But we'll see. I'm supposed to have company tonight, so where I have social anxiety, I might be too focused on being a good host to actually cross stitch, even though they just kind of come over and sit somewhere in my apartment and play on their Switch and stuff. Kind of just gentle company is what I would call it. Oh, I missed two of them. Poop. Well, I'll go back to it later. But yeah, gentle company. 'Cause people are always like, "Oh, well, I'm boring. I don't want to come over and not do anything," or "You get bored with me here." And it's like, my ideal company is you just come over, be in my space, and do whatever you want to do. I don't think people understand that my life is not very exciting, so even them just being here is exciting. At least assuming I'm comfortable with them there. Oh boy, okay. Well, maybe I can do that little piece, because apparently I didn't put this one back on the card correctly, so we'll just get those two out of the way once I move that and put it back on my card. Boom. All right, let's get those pieces I missed on. Sorry, I'm getting really quiet to focus on that. Don't know why. Okay. Come on, here we go. So what did you guys do this weekend? Anything fun? I wish I could have gotten more done, but it was kind of gross out. It's been gross out a lot lately, like humid and sprinkling on and off. And I lost power at one point, and I'm not really sure why. It went on and off maybe several times, and I was so scared that it would have fried my computer, which I cannot afford to replace, and my entire business is on there. So I was freaking out the whole time the power was gone, because I'm not sure that I purchased my PC with insurance. I might have, but I'm not 100% sure. Companies don't always offer it to you just because they have it as an option. And when you buy through like third parties, they're even less likely to let you know that there's an insurance option you can add. Ooh, uh-oh. Okay, never mind. I thought I nodded this for a minute. So, I was thinking about the 28 color kits, and I feel like a lot of people in the video where I had tried to warn you against buying a product, I feel like it completely went over everyone's head that it was not the 28 colors I was warning against. I personally think that the 28 colors could potentially mean that, because if you notice the 28 colors, they have to compensate for not having the back stitch, so the program just makes some of the outline solid cross stitches, and then sometimes, I guess this is a bad example. Okay, well, we'll use this as an example. See how it's like solid blue? The programs that make the generic kits oftentimes, like, see where the white meets the blue, it would put like a random dark blue up in there that wasn't necessarily in the image and isn't necessary to the quality of the photo. And I feel like that's why you get up to like 40 something colors sometimes. And what I've been wondering is, do those 28 colors simply eliminate those unnecessary stitches that help contribute to confetti? So I wasn't complaining about those. Give me a minute. Alright, I'll try to explain it a little better, because maybe I didn't. So on the site, it just looks like a regular photo, right? What I'm trying to warn you about, sticking itself, is the images that have this layout. Now this isn't for all of them, but I've noticed it's on a fair amount of them. See that waffling there? That is part of when they just try and like help you get an idea of what it would look like as a cross stitch. So it's fake gridding. It's not this gridding here that I'm worried about. So you see on her ear, that fake waffling there, which should not be there, is also showing up here. Now, given the program isn't picking up on it enough to make it the tiny squares, but those squares are coming through on this, and it shouldn't be there. And it's all over the image. That is what I was trying to warn you about, because that's not supposed to be part of the image. It's literally everywhere. Like here, the fake waffling gridding, which is supposed to mimic these squares, and it's showing up all over the place, and it just makes it so much uglier. That is what I was trying to warn people about, but I don't think others were completely understanding that. But I'm still waiting on a different kit, because they were sending me a new one to kind of make up for that. I just have no clue when it's going to get here, especially when my most recent order from Biggest Craft hasn't even shipped yet. And I think it's been a month or so now. So who's to say when I'm going to be getting the replacement, let alone my actual order. Okay, I thought I did that wrong for a minute. Oh goodness. So I just don't know what to do with myself. I need to make videos for my other channel so I can keep it alive, because I don't post nearly as much on that channel as I do this one, but the other channel is more professional because, again, it's linked to my business and I don't want to come off as some dumb amateur. But I also have to do voiceovers for those videos when, for the video you're listening to now, I'm just using my camcorder's audio. Oh, I messed that up. Okay, let me find what spot I messed up on. You know, I'm just gonna pull it out. I've been doing that all morning. My head is just everywhere else today. So I kind of want to work on one of my counted pieces, because I feel like I haven't been giving them enough attention lately. It's just, I haven't been feeling my greatest, and having to focus just adds to the fatigue. Right. Okay. I have fixed my issue. My mistakey steak. Yeah. So on this, if you can't tell, I already put like a seed bead there. I don't know why, don't ask. And I'm gonna do the same over here, and then I'm gonna add their seed bead eyes when I go in for the back stitch, because I forgot to account for the babies having eyes, and I forgot to put them on while I was stitching the yellow. It is what it is, though. It's not like it's gonna be a whole ton of effort. But I'm so excited for this to be done. And then my friend can stop complaining, oh, you gotta finish something before you start something. How about you do one then? Their hobbies are video games, though, so what they do is more fast-paced to completion, or to like level up or whatever, whereas cross-stitch takes time. Crafting takes longer than winning a level in a game. Where's my last one? Oh boy. I wish that there was a way to fast forward through cross stitch, because it's really starting to hit me that I have so many kits that I'm gonna die before I get through even a third of what I've purchased, and that makes me so sad. We need to make the technology so I can go at hyperspeed, because it's just never gonna get done, and I don't think I can handle that. That's not a fact I want to know. I might have just gone too far. Ducks are so cute though. I was watching a documentary about meat farms, and someone was talking about how they rescued this cute little white duck, and her swimming in the bathtub was the first time she ever had been in water. And it reminds me that I have a few cousins that actually don't live that far from me that have little white ducks now, and I'm sad because I haven't got to meet them yet, and I just want to go love on them. And well, I can't really snuggle a duck, can you? But I see pictures of them all the time on Facebook, and I'm just always like, oh, I want to hold and love you. But at the same time, like, if they're loud, it would probably scare me. I mean, but what are they gonna do, quack my ear off? Okay, sorry, I had to look at the picture. I wasn't sure if this was the right color for a minute. So I've noticed with this kit that I've been having a really hard time reading these. Like, on camera, it's so much more obvious, which is probably why I didn't really notice when I unboxed this or unbagged this. But as I'm working on it, I've had to count from the top to figure out, like, what I'm doing, because I have no clue what I'm doing. So it has been a problem. And I think this is the kit where the legend... Sorry about that. Apparently my memory card ran out of space. I thought I was deleting old videos when it was hooked up to my computer, but I guess I have to delete it directly from my camera. But I was talking about the legend, I believe. I don't think the legend on this one shows the difference from the legend on the canvas versus the paper pattern. And I could be wrong, but I know one of my kits did do that. Yeah, see, it's showing the same. It's not showing at all what one goes on the canvas, and I believe it's saying it does, but it doesn't. So there was some sort of error or something with that. So it hasn't been exactly easy to go look at the pattern when I can't understand these. But at least it's only a small one, so it's not like I have to spend months stressing about it. Otherwise, I would go crazy and never work on this, and then I would drive myself even crazier because I do not like having a kit in progress that is just sitting there not getting touched. Sorry, I keep going off screen there. So what kits have you guys been working on? And next time I'm able to buy kits, what shop should I buy from? I have a video planned for, what is it, GBFKE, because they had reached out to me. I already have Fan Sales, Paint Some Way, and Biggest Craft orders, and AliExpress. I kind of want to try like new shops and maybe branch out to kits that I wouldn't necessarily do, because I feel like pretty soon here I'd be able to do a giveaway, but I don't know if I want to do a giveaway here or a giveaway on my crochet channel, because even though I post a lot less, my videos on there get far more views and I have more subscribers over there. But shockingly, the watch time is less, which is weird because those videos are also very long. So I'm assuming that people just have to pause it and come back to it to complete their crochet projects, which is understandable because I've done that. And then I have one tutorial where you have to go to a different video and do half of that video and then go back because it's kind of a modification of a pattern. It's interesting. Maybe I just haven't been in the mood to do the voiceover for my next tutorial because I don't really appreciate what I made. Like, it's cute, but I'm not excited about it or for it, so I just really haven't had that drive or motivation. But I'm sure I can figure it out. I just want to have the kind of drive and dedication that those people pumping out tutorials like every day or every other day do, because that's how you get the views in, and then that's how you get your business channel monetized. But what I want to do most is podcast, but I'm just insecure about showing my face, and I hate doing my makeup, I hate dressing up, but I've been buying things to do so, and I would probably not be picking the best topics, but I have a few ideas planned for videos. But I know that that part of YouTube, like, what's it called? The commentary podcaster side of YouTube leaves you open to more scrutiny and judgment from your viewers and in the comments, and where I have severe social phobia, I'm not sure if that's the best platform or choice for me to be making right now, but it's also the most likely way for me to make income from videos because wintertime is not the best for sales on my shop, and I'd say mama gotta eat, but I'm more worried about my son eating. Make sure I got him all this time. But again, it is what it is. I do not need to stress over things that aren't worth stressing about. Goodness. I kind of wish my son's school would let me pick him up from the school. I tried to be able to drop him off and pick him up, but they had said that they set it up so he could go home on the bus. But the walk to and from his school is just nice because it's this cute little path in the woods, and it takes maybe 4 minutes to walk to the front door where I drop him off. And with all the humidity and rain, there's just tons of different mushrooms and slime molds and just so many plants out there that haven't really been growing much in the past few years because the summer's been so dry. But they're growing this year, and of course this is the one year I don't go foraging. Go figure. But it's just such a nice walk, except for the humid days, because then I come back covered in sweat and greasy. So I've been putting off my showers until after I walk him to school. I think I'm going to stop here because I don't want to make the video too long. But this is where it's at so far. Super cute. And this is the back side. I got a little messy towards the end because I was trying to rush a few of the colors because I had to bring my son to school. But next time I have a whips video, you can probably expect to see this and possibly one other cross stitch completed in it. So cute. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention before I go. Down here as well, I'm not going to use black beads for that. I think I am going to... I'm not going to use French knots. I think I'm going to use brown seed beads instead and just use the black thread from that, or maybe even use a dark brown thread to kind of put that on, and then the brown seed beads. It's just an idea though. I'm not sure if I will do it and keep it or not, but I thought it would be worth a try. Well, thank you for coming and stitching with me, you guys. I hopefully will be having a video soon that, I don't know if it would constitute as a tutorial or what, but I do have one of my replacement kits, but I think I want to wait until I get all of my replacements so I can just group them all in one video and do those comparisons for you guys. But thank you for spending time with me. I appreciate everyone that's been subscribing and supporting my videos. You honestly have no idea how much it means to me, especially someone that doesn't really go out and have real life friends. It means a lot to hear from you guys and know that I'm being heard, like, finally. So I hope you guys have a great evening, and I hope wherever you are, you're in safekeeping and away from the path of the storm or any of the kind of tropical storms or thunderstorms that seem to be just kind of flooding over. Well, stay safe, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.